Paimon! Great timing!
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't even started. Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower. Tighnari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would...
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who... Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential... Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to... Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be... So, what are the answers? You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all...
Or, let's all share...
Wait! Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus! What brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter.
Huh? This is not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you...
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-ar? Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once.
Wait! So Ying-ar is the girl from... We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the craft...
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter...
So, at Starsnatch Cliff, you were...
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart. I know full well that Miss Ying-ar is far more knowledgeable than... which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windbloom Fest. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help a... And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work. I feel I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending.
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Ying-ar?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now?
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself. I made sure to package the gift and letter with, point being, please know that I sincerely...
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Ah, thank you, everyone. I promised...
Okay, so it looks like we found... Great! Let's keep it up! Okay, Paimon will do the honors. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name. All right. We also have Klee. That's me!
With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting...
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there? Of course. We will soon see if...
Actually,
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a little worried.
I know what you're feeling. Saying,
Well, does anyone know the...
according to the prophecy, once we figured out... Oh, we know something about that.
What? Wow, that's amazing.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
This is it! We're off to find the sacred According to the map, it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look. Oh, it should be right up ahead.
Aww. I don't see anyone. Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the...
Traveler, are you trying to figure out...
Paimon's reading too! Huh? But there's nothing about... Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Look! The wind is blowing!
What a strong wind current. Let's right.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone...
Here.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. Oh, good thinking! Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here?
I never would have guessed that such a place could...
Wow, look at that pretty land. There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Take your seat. Present your answer. Well, as far as instructions go.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats.
Well, all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is...
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or but I also couldn't find it.
Huh? What?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't... Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some...
That sounds kind...
I get what he means. If we do as he says...
I see! That... Mona, is there some... Oh, are you hungry? I brought some...
Thank you for offering. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin, hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been... But if nothing here has actually been fit...
What do you mean, Mona?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any...
Don't leave us on...
Yes, let's test...
Come on!
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question.
You can do it, Su...
Then I would fetch a tetratanic sweet flower.
All right, I'm up next. My part of the...
Golly, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be. For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my... I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tighnari...
All right, it's up to me to answer the third part. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I'd like to thank everyone, too.
And last but not least, there's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never...
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All four sides of the lantern... Huh? But...
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, alright. Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that...
No right answer? But how could...
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that...
And to think.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied.
Oh, is that so? Then... why...
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know
Is it just because I'm a visitor from...
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
So you had your eyes on me even then, huh?
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was...
Huh? But why?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophet. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to...
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed...
So you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scar...
Well, what are you talking...
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm... Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very... The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up?
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you... Mom?
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to...
Aunt Alice, I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here.
Miss Alice, what?
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my...
Why she's...
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact and tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really...
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place.
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this...
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of...
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
So this is where the legendary mages help.
That's right. We often met here to chat.
Then what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost...
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to act. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group.
So it was indeed written by all...
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you.
No, it took me a little long.
A flower that is not of this world. A guide who will never get lost. One who would never lie. And a legend that never ends. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down a flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a true... Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning. If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide...
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each...
The one who would never lie is... me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works.
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mon...
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more...
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of that. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that...
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn to...
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. But you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally peeked onto Alice's...
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her...
So then prophecy letter from all of you was Jay?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the "Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best."
So, the supreme blessing.
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and... Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will... But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again. Regardless of how much... As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that...
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the maids...
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth... Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this...
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see... Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to...
Yes, it's Windbloom again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure...
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone...
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just...
I'm fine. I'm just... a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time.
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you...
It's nothing, really. It's just... But still... Of course, I didn't actually expect this.
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for...
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prop...
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel...
But I'd say we...
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Ying.
Oh, Miss Ying-ar. I mean...
Hey, you three? You may want to look...
Huh? Miss Ying-ar?
Oh, so that's Miss Ying-ar?
Yep, that's her. And she actually came...
I am so sorry, Miss Ying-ar, but...
Are you so
of course I am. I'm so happy that,
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding. But now that I've seen you, you said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then.
Should we go see her?
No, I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a...
Oh, really?
I am so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to say, you can be happy just to see others happy. And you gave me so much help without any
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Monster. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues...
But isn't it too late now for me to learn?
Well... Do you know anything about the blue...
I may have...
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that my mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late. Why don't you give it a try?
Okay, I'll try. They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
I nearly forgot.
This texture.
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. It's nothing too special, but they're super sweet and easy to grow. I'm also submitting them as my wind blooms for this year.
Thank you. I'll plant them in.
Kale, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's
Thank you. I don't know what to say. I'm just really Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect?
You're right. I almost forgot. Kale, can you exhale once?
Oh, really?
Of course.
Huh? It was like a little cloud of happiness.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I...
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tighnari!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon...
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you. Saino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess...
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
Can you believe this guy? Wait, I've got some... Huh? Kale? Yeah, I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed out. I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tighnari, and Saino. During Windbloom, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to...
But Tighnari said that we're not anything like an academic family.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the travel... Whoa, are these really for us?
So, are these your chosen...
Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Padisauras and Sumeru roses are my windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best... I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who... I wished the real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant cross... Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?